There's a guy in here. I'm assuming it's a guy called Woody Bush.
Excellent.
And I'm trying to figure out if it's like he has a Woody but also has a bush, or he has a bush it's Woody. Like
It could
with
just be his
Woody,
name.
oh my god, how horrible would that be?
It'd be awkward. I think it'd be rough.
Right? It's
Unless,
like, oh, what's your name?
he's a folk singer, and then he's got a path to stardom.
If he's like if Woody is a lead singer of like a folk band that has like maybe one of his cousins and like two buddies he grew up with,
Yeah.
on board 100%.
Yeah, it'd be like Woody Bush and the Twins. Would be a great. I'd listen to that.
Yeah, perfect. God, they give lead singer who's like first name's like Bird or some shit. Yeah. Be like a bird in the hand, two in the bush.
Yeah, I went to high school with a kid whose mom's name is Tree.
Like Tree.
Yep.
Wow. Hippies?
Not sure.
Gotta be, right?
Didn't really dive into it, to be honest, but.
What do you thank you for coming in and listening? We're just talking about fucking whatever. Life. For the next 50 minutes or so.
Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what does need to get its shit together is Podbean. That snafu at the beginning really bothered me.
Yeah, I see the thing. There's Podbean like have done some weird things with these live streams and shit like that, to where like I remember doing a live stream last month with JFW, and I just had random people popping up in the co-host speakers part. Like just random fucking people. And it's like it always ends up being the people who have like microphone issues and loud back noises and stuff. And I'm just like, and I always put in, like, when we do those live streams for wrestling, it's like, use headphones. If I can't understand you, I'm not taking your call. I'm not.
Right. Yeah.
I will hang up on you and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's. But what's Woody's picture of?
I can't tell. I just have his name. I don't have anything else.
I'm not sure what the hell it is. Oh, I think it's an engine.
Oh, like a thing that runs a car?
It's a Husqvarna. I'm gonna say that is the side of a chainsaw.
Ah, nice.
Hey, he has a live stream called "Talking Shit with Woody Bush."
Nice.
God, fucking Woody crushed it, bro. Fucking nailed that.
Sometimes you get a weird name, but it's a perfect weird name.
Yeah, nailed it, boy. God,
there was have you?
Congratulations, Woody. I am now following you.
Good morning. Oh, there. Now I can see stuff. Oh, all right. Yeah, that is. Gotcha. Cool.
Boys,
have you? I know you're not on. I know you're not on Twitter and don't really like it. But have you been following any of the latest stuff news wise with it?
With Twitter?
Yeah, with like Twitter Blue and verification and just the debacle that it's been.
No, I heard that ever since Elon took over, that you could just buy a verification checkmark now or some shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I've been doing a little research for this because I'm planning to write an essay for the next week's Geekcast Live. Basically, so Twitter verification started sometime in like 2008 or 2009 and didn't really ramp up until I want to say 2013. Because like there were a couple of celebrities who were getting impersonated and they were like, oh, we got to fix this. And then somebody got on and pretended to be Tony La Russa, I want to say the manager of the Cardinals or something.
Yeah.
And,
former. Yeah.
Yeah. And when they were pretending to be him, there was a crash that happened, a drunk driving accident where a couple of his players died. And someone made a joke about like leaving Chicago, got 2 out of 3 of our catchers or whatever loaded up, or like only lost 2 out of 3 of our people. So at least we're coming home with 1. Just a really, it's pretty funny, especially to pretend to be the guy and do it, but it's also really fucked up, you know.
Yeah.
And he threatened to sue, and so they were like, well, we've been working on this feature for a while, I guess it's time to roll it out. Fast forward to last or 2 years ago when Elon bought Twitter for $44 billion, which is twice what it's worth. Everyone, there's a bunch of people on the internet who for some reason think that verification is like a like it marks you out as a special boy, like it's like a mark of distinction or something, instead of just
Mm-hmm.
being like, no, I wanted to be verified so no one could impersonate me. And so he rolls out Twitter Blue so that you can sign up and pay, at the time it was $4 a month, and he bumped it immediately up to $8. You can pay $8 a month to be verified so that, you can have the special boy mark. And that was fine, but a bunch of people started buying it and then like impersonating Eli Lilly and crashed Eli Lilly's stock price.
Really?
Yeah. And so now a bunch of advertisers have left Twitter. And then in the last week, he finally disabled the original check marks that existed just to prove that celebrities were who they said they were, so that no one could impersonate them. And so now it is like one of the most toxic things on the internet to have to be Twitter Blue verified. People are actually paying to be able to hide the check mark, which in and of itself is hilarious to me.
God, that's fantastic.
So all of that's great. But then in the last couple of days, Jack Dorsey, the original founder of Twitter, has started his own social media network called Blue Sky. And the beta has started to be opened so that people can come in and test it and see what features do they need, what's working, what's not working. And apparently it is almost exactly a Twitter clone. And so
I can believe it.
You got to think this brain genius spent $44 billion to buy a website that was worth maybe $20 billion. So that the guy who sold him the website could turn around and start a new website that does the exact same thing.
Right.
And then he started charging for it so that everyone would go to the new free website. Hilarious.
That's amazing.
So the best part is all the people who are paying for a blue check are the worst people on Twitter. Like they just suck. They're boring. They're not funny. And they think that they're hilarious. And so they insert themselves in every conversation. And so they think that, they're paying for this service. It's giving them millions of views, but no one is liking or commenting on their stuff. And so they're not getting the boost that comes from that. Yeah. And so they think that they're either being scammed or that the algorithm is shadow banning them, which it's not, because they're getting millions of views.
That's so weird. Yeah, I don't know. I do believe that we have too much social media in this fucking world.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, realistically, like, can you imagine how much better off we'd be if we only had MySpace?
Oh, yeah.
Like, if people just could accept Tom as a fucking friend.
Yep.
I don't know. I always looked at social media like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter the same way. Like, I kind of look at sports and I kind of look at like TV shows and stuff like that. It's like they're so ingrained in trying to incorporate like political bullshit into their stuff that's just almost too annoying to participate in. It's like if I watch baseball, I really just want to watch baseball. Or if I watch TV, I just really want to stick to the plot line. And if I go on my Facebook, I just want to see what's going on with my friends' lives.
Right.
Like find, have the newsreels and stuff of, what's going on in Europe, what's going on with gas prices, that's fine. But I don't need it to be every other fucking thing.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing with social media is what they found out is that making people angry drives engagement, and engagement drives clicks, and clicks drives revenue.
Oh yeah, like, and don't get me wrong, like, and I understand that. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
it's like God, what's that phrase I used before? Like, any response is a response. Like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
there's no
Yeah.
such
Well,
thing as bad publicity or whatever the fuck it is. It's
right.
like, yeah. I mean, if you see an article, and it happens a lot. I mean, obviously in the last like 7 years, 8 years, whatever it is, where it says like, uh, there could be an article where it just says like Biden shutting down Social Security.
Right.
People are gonna click on that, and it could be irrelevant to the fucking article. Clickbait. It's just, that shit is so fucking common now. It's like, yeah, like I look at a lot of wrestling articles, and they'll say like the article will say like, 39-year veteran leaves WWE, and there'll be an image of AJ Styles and Triple H in the and on the top of it. I'm like, wait, fucking AJ left WWE. I click on it. It talks about AJ healing from his injury, and a different guy who I really didn't give a shit about is fucking leaving. I'm like, you guys know what you fucking did there. Like, you
That's
100% know what you fucking did there.
yeah. I mean, that's 100% clickbait.
Yeah, it's just like it's like if I want to know about the news, I could go to fucking I could go to a news fucking page and look at it, or I could just scroll to the left on my phone and I can look at news articles like, oh look, Michael Jordan's son gave his girlfriend's fucking Jordans for her birthday. Who cares? Like, how's that even on my fucking feed?
Right. Yeah. That's uh most of my news these days comes from Twitter, and I have cultivated a news feed of like journalists that I have come to trust because like I've listened to them, I've checked their work, they seem trustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's taken years to be able to get it to work this way, you know?
Yeah.
So it's been great. But yeah, it's every once in a while you get something that's just outrageous and you got to go click on it and then go, this is a nothing burger. There's nothing here.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want unbiased fucking news. I want to focus on shit. And that's another thing, dude. Like, it's like, can we just have like one news day where we just talk about the things that we really need to focus on rather than anything political for like a day.
Yeah.
Like, just for one day. Somebody give me a fucking news article where we're talking about the fact that there's a potential serial killer in fucking Chicago.
Right.
Give me that shit. Tell me the fact that the Wendy's snack wrap isn't a replacement for what McDonald's used to have.
Right.
Not even fucking close. Give me that shit. Like, I don't want to hear about. I get it. The Russia Ukraine stuff is horrible, but I just don't want to hear about it for one fucking day.
Yeah.
It's like, just one. Give me one day. Just one fucking day.
No, we have to manufacture consent for the $100 billion we're going to send them next year.
God, it's so much money. So much fucking money.
$32 billion is all it would take to end homelessness. But
What do you think?
we gotta. Here's what I learned recently that it feels conspiratorial and it might be, but it also rings true to me. And it's also there's a certain amount of it's hard. Like it doesn't hurt anybody to necessarily believe in this, and so I'm willing to give it a little bit more credence. What I learned, this is like a TikTok thing probably. So once again, grain of salt. Apparently one of the reasons that we're doing this, that we're giving so much support is, so we have to give them enough support that they can defend themselves, but not enough to actually win. Because what we're trying to do is basically test a bunch of our next generation military weaponry. And so we send them a bunch of this new stuff. They test it out. We see what works. Then we send them the next round to see if it works. But if we send them too much stuff, then if they win, then all of a sudden there's this very heavily armed with all of our next generation technology country out there that's not part of NATO. And if Russia does come in and crush them, then Russia can come take all that stuff. So we can't give them enough to be outright successful because we don't want them to have the best of the best. But we have to give them enough that we can test it and have them like continue to have support from the rest of the world and from the powers that be here. It's fascinating. It's just really interesting. It's like, I believe that because there are weeks where it sounds like they're going to win, tomorrow, and then all of a sudden it's been another month.
See what they should have done is they should who's that fucking Ukraine president Kiev
Zelensky.
Zelensky. Who's Kiev?
Kyiv is the name of the capital city.
Gotcha. Zelensky. They should have told Zelensky is like, hey, if you need, military grade weapons and equipment, we just left a shit ton of it back over there in Afghanistan or
Right.
Iraq, wherever the fuck it is. Like, so if you want it, fucking take it. It's on the side of the road, free to good home.
Right.
Run over and pick it up. It's things like that that make me think like how wasteful are we really being to leave millions of dollars worth of military equipment just sitting there.
Yep.
It's like, oh, we don't need this anymore. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? Millions of dollars worth of fucking equipment.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like,
and it's excuse me, it's Afghanistan, which has never been conquered by an outside force in 1,000 years, maybe longer. Yeah. The British couldn't beat them, the Romans couldn't beat them, we couldn't beat them. And that's just how it is. And you're just going to leave that, and now it's going to be even harder for the next guy, who might be us again.
Right? It's not like you
can't leave well enough alone.
It's not like you left a 98 fucking Jeep Wrangler out there. Like, this is brand new U.S. military grade fucking equipment.
Yep.
You just fucking left it there because you realize you can't fit it all in one suitcase on the plane.
Yeah.
It's like,
so on the bright side, the Taliban are apparently very demoralized now that they've won because it's actually really boring to govern. It is not as much fun as fighting.
Isn't that the worst? Or whatever. Isn't that the worst fucking kind of bad guy though? Is like, oh well, we got nothing else to do. What do we want to do? I want to go attack Paris,
right?
We need something to fucking do. Who haven't we fucking attacked yet?
Yeah,
but
I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it is very funny.
No. It's fucking hilarious. It's the guy who hates getting bullied at school, but he's still the guy who go and pick on people to end up getting bullied.
Yep.
What's going on with China and Thailand? I haven't heard anything about that in a while. Are they still fighting?
China and Taiwan.
Yeah, what did I say? Thailand? I meant Taiwan. Yeah, I meant Taiwan.
No they are. I think.
Are you accepting my apology on behalf of Thailand?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah,
I was worried.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything in a little while.
Nutty, right? That's the shit that worries me is when you're not hearing about it. Right? Because it was like huge fucking thing, last year? Huge. That China was going to invade Taiwan and take it over. And now it's silence. That's the shit that fucking worries me.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm not sure that it would be any different under a different administration, just to be clear. But the way that the Biden administration has been ramping up the anti-Chinese rhetoric really makes me nervous.
Is that because of the space balloon things?
The space balloon things. There's some other stuff too. Just like generally, there's like some trade war stuff that's still a little bit hungover from the Trump administration. The fact that China is at least nominally supporting Russia in this Ukrainian war. And then also and this is like the most, it's the thing that could potentially be the most dangerous, but also right now seems like it's not going anywhere. But there are a group of countries, Brazil, Russia, I gotta think about it. Brazil, Russia, India, South Africa, and China. They've formed an economic group called BRICS. And they are trying to divest from the petrodollar, which right now the world currency is the petrodollar. It's the dollar as marked by the cost of oil. The American dollar, I should be specific. And if they're successful, then the U.S. dollar doesn't have the same value that it has right now, because it stops being the world's reserve currency. I don't think the U.S. government, as a as it currently exists, can allow that to happen. I would be fine if we did, because I don't really want World War III. I think that would suck. But I think that there are certain people who are just like, no, if that happens, then World War III is happening, and that's just how it's going to be. And so, like, so you've got this monetary policy led by China. You've got these spy balloons. You've got the support for Ukraine. You've got the fact that China is one of the countries that is still growing faster, and whatever, and all of our manufacturing is there, so they could cripple us at any time very
Mm-hmm.
easily by just going back to a zero COVID policy, for example.
Yeah.
And so there's all this tension that's just wrapped up, and you want to be like, is this ramped up because the guy, the CEO of Raytheon needs another yacht, or is this ramped up because like there's a legitimate reason to go to war or something? And I feel like it's there are some people who stand to get very, very wealthy, even more wealthy than they already are, if we go to war.
Yeah. I just,
So I don't know. I'm
I
with you. The fact that it's gone quiet makes me nervous.
yeah. It's oh, dude. It's always like, it's, at least for me. That's how I always feel. Like ever since, if somebody spends a week, 2 weeks, a month talking about something, and then all of a sudden it just goes away, there's always an impact from it. Like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, it's like, oh fuck, I thought they fixed it. I thought they resolved it. I thought that was done.
Right.
But it just pops the fucking back up.
Yeah.
And I
Well, and
don't.
then like the other side is like, is it done because like we've just decided we're done talking about it for now because we didn't get the
Right.
response that we wanted, or is it
Yeah.
done because things are fine, or is it done because we're getting ready to do something really fucking shady?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, it's like was it not last weekend, maybe a weekend before? All those teenagers fucking running around Chicago destroying shit.
Oh yeah,
They talked about it for like a couple days, and then they implemented like a 4 p.m. curfew, and this was like Millennium Park too.
yeah, yeah.
Which I think I had a conversation with you about not wanting to go to the city and saying how the areas of like Millennium Park are the good places to go.
Yeah, I've never had a problem there myself.
So I'm thinking what happened was, on behalf of this freaking show, Chicago, I want to apologize for Joe claiming that Millennium Park was safe and causing whatever fans of our show listen to be like, let's prove them wrong and jump on fucking cars outside of Millennium fucking Park.
I hope that we
And I,
have some West and South Chicago listeners. That'd be dope.
right, I would hope we do. I mean, we do get a lot of downloads from Illinois. I'm assuming it's not all just country folk.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just I heard about that. I heard about the curfew being implemented. They're getting all ready for this past weekend, and now nothing.
Yeah. Well, because
It's like,
it wasn't that big of a deal. They wanted it to be
yeah,
a big deal because they wanted to try and like blame the incoming mayor. But then everyone with a brain went, but he's not the mayor yet.
yeah,
And then the story went away.
yeah. It's just things like that. Just it blows my fucking mind that it's like, oh, this is huge. I'm seeing like, because like the first thing I heard was riots break out in Chicago.
Yeah.
Cities burning to the ground, and then when you wait like a couple days and the next article comes out, you find out that it's just a bunch of fucking teenagers running around the city.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing I'd heard that actually happened was like some older white woman got beat up outside her house.
Yeah.
Like got jumped by like a group of teenage kids, which is fucking horrible.
Oh yeah,
Like
for sure.
I the thing is, like, if if I had to say if I had any say in what happened there, I would just clearly say, listen, children, you want to run around the city and have fun and shit, hey, go do it. That's what the city's for. Be adventurous. Go see some shit. Go run around the streets. Have fun. Just don't burn anything. Don't hurt anyone. And don't destroy anything.
Yeah.
You know, All you gotta do, simple, just be a person.
Yeah.
Just be civilized. Be like, like what society expects from you. Just walk down the street, enjoy Millennium Park, the big fucking bean, the metal fucking people, and walk around, look at the fucking buildings and everything. There's amazing architecture all over the place. I wish I could enjoy the fucking city. I wish I could go there and just have a good time, do the river walks, and enjoy the Green River thing and the sea.
Oh, it's the
I wish
best.
I wish I could do all that stuff,
Yeah.
but I am so nervous that the one time I'm going to do any of that will be the time where I'm going to get hurt. Maybe not shot, maybe not murdered, but I'm going to get hurt by somebody who just decides that today's the day I'm going to do bad things. And I know bad things can happen everywhere. I get that. Like any place, anytime. I mean, hell, I live in Peatone. There was a murder in Peatone at one point. I get that bad things can happen anywhere at any time. But the likelihood of me getting murdered in Peatone compared to Chicago, vastly lower. And I just like it just gets to a point where it's like, maybe I'd be better off, enjoying things in like other states that don't have like maybe like a Kansas City. You don't hear a lot of bad things in Kansas City. St. Louis, yes. Same reason I won't want to go to New York. I just don't trust the fact that there's gonna be one person who's gonna do stupid shit. And it's just like I don't want to see the city that badly. I would love to see that shit. I just don't want to see it that badly.
It's a
Like
great
I'll go.
city. I love New York.
New York has nothing for me, and that's the thing too.
Good food.
Food is food to fat people, bro. If I was to ever go to Chicago, I'm sorry, New York. The only reason there's three reasons I would ever go to New York, and that's go see a Mets game, see a Yankees game, and check out a Broadway show. Love musicals. And I guess sightseeing. I wouldn't mind seeing like like the Statue of Liberty, shit like that. But I'm not a sightseeing kind of person. Like it's just not my thing.
That's fair.
I mean,
Like it's cool to see a statue, but it's just a statue.
yeah, like it's like unless I go inside the Statue of Liberty, me
Sure.
standing across the bay from it, taking a picture or seeing it online is no different to me personally.
Yeah.
Unless I can physically go inside it.
There used to I think there's a museum inside there. I can't remember if I've been in it or not.
I believe you can go in it. I just,
Yeah.
it's weird. Like every time I talk to people, like, oh yeah, I've been to New York. You gotta check out, Statue of Liberty and everything. I was like, oh, cool. So you went inside it? Like, well, no, we never made it inside. It's like, why? Like, why is the majority of people I talk to never made it inside? Like, do you just not want to take the ferry to the fucking island to get into the fucking lady? It just seems like more people don't get into it as far as people who have been in it.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing as like, leaving the country. I wouldn't mind going to like Ireland or Scotland, England and seeing, where people shit in the streets. But it's just like, what am I going to really do there? Like, what am I really going to have fun doing and shit?
Right.
It's sightseeing. I go to England, like it's sightseeing, drinking at pubs and shit like that. It's like, I can sit on my phone, scroll through pictures of England and enjoy Steam Hollow Brewing.
True.
I think it would be different, like if I was with somebody. Maybe then, if I was like, oh, it was like a honeymoon or an anniversary vacation, some shit like that. Maybe it'd be different.
Yeah.
But realistically, right now, there's just no appeal to me.
By the way,
yeah,
I was just looking it up. The murder rate in Kansas City is higher than the murder rate in Chicago.
That's not true. Is
Kansas
it really?
City murder rate of 29.88 per 100,000. Chicago's only 18.
I don't know about that.
10 more people die per 100,000 in Kansas City than in Chicago.
What about St. Louis? Can you look up St. Louis that way?
Yeah. I don't know. I'll
St.
see
Louis,
what's on this.
East St. Louis, I know is bad. Like, is it East St. Louis? Yeah, it's like.
Oh East yeah, St. Louis is the worst. 64.54 murders per 100,000.
Oh, perfect. Well, it's funny because my sister was looking at tickets to take the niece to a baseball game.
Oh, nice.
But
yeah.
she's looking at Kansas City because that's where Alan's family's from, Missouri, and all that shit.
Oh,
Because
nice.
she thinks it's safer to go to a Kansas City Royals game than it is to a Chicago White Sox game. Little does
Yeah.
she know. What is? Can you look up what is the safest metropolis? Because I want to see how you word it. Because I don't want to say city because I mean they could just pick up anything. But the safest metropolis in the United States. I don't know how the word. Like is it New York, Chicago, L.A., Miami?
Um, this is Forbes ranks America's 15 safest and most dangerous cities for 2023. I did Google Metropolis, but that's just how it came up.
Okay.
St. Louis is named the most dangerous city in America.
Okay. If I hold on a second, don't tell me what the safest is. I want to take a guess real quick.
I
Okay.
would not have gotten
Well,
this one.
so is not one that we talk about often. Okay. Well, I know Miami is going to be bad because of drugs. New York, Chicago. Obviously, we talked about Kansas City already. Anyone in California. Phoenix, surprising, I hear, is pretty bad. So is a lot of the cities in Texas, like Dallas and Arlington. Houston, I don't think is as bad as them. All right, if I had to guess, Philadelphia, I know is bad too. God. Can you give me a hint on where it's at? East Coast, West Coast, Central?
It is not continental.
Not continental. So,
Hmm?
fuck, what? Anchorage?
Nope.
I have no idea what it is. What is it?
Honolulu.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently.
Safest
This is
city.
cities with a population of over 300,000.
There's more than 300,000 people in Honolulu?
Apparently there's more than. And then if you go 15 safest with a population of over 100,000, Naperville goes to the top.
Naperville is nice.
I liked it better 10 years ago than I like it now, but
What changed? Just growth?
What's that?
Just the growth, or
Yeah, it's like the gentrification of it. There's like a lot of the old character of the city feels like it's changed a lot. As though I've been there a whole ton, but you know.
there's a
There used to be like really good Indian places, and I'm sure there still are, but now it feels like there's more cupcake shops.
nothing but cakes and crumbles.
Yeah, which are delicious. I love a nothing but cake.
Yeah.
Sponsor us, nothing but cakes. Sponsor us like Audible. If you go to audibletrial.com/geek, not geekcast, Jesus Christ. Wow. Could I have botched this any worse?
Do you
audibletrial.com/freaknet. Get yourself a free 30-day trial and a credit towards your first audiobook purchase.
Do you have Audible as a sponsor for Geekcast Live?
No, I don't think we do.
Surprising to me, but
We should. Yeah, it's stupid that we don't.
do you oh geez, I'm trying to see what I can find.
Joliet's on here too. Number 8.
As the worst?
Bad. One of the safest.
What? Well, maybe Joliet's getting better. There is a town in Illinois that I would love for us to do kind of like a walkthrough of.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember which one it is. Most tourist city in Illinois. It's one of those smaller, older fucking cities. I just can't remember what the hell it's called.
Like Moments or Moni or something like that.
No,
Not
God,
Moni.
no.
I don't know why I said
Moni. No, it's out west. It's a pretty big place. Tourist town, Illinois. Maybe it is Galena. I think it might be Galena.
I've heard good things about Galena.
There's Galena I would love to do. Elmhurst, I don't see why is on this list. Galesburg is one.
I used to have a friend down in Galesburg.
Arlington, I don't see why it's on there. But Arcola, Fulton. Well, because like we know how we do the because we do the cemetery vlogs and everything. I think I want to start doing like like small town visit
Oh,
vlogs
I'm
and
into
shit
that.
too.
I love a
You
small
know, like,
town.
find like local diners to eat at and shit.
Yeah, get
And
some really shitty pizza.
oh god, yeah.
We
Parties.
coming back and forth from Connecticut, my wife and I would stop at a lot of small towns in Pennsylvania,
Hmm.
and we found a place one time called Little Italy.
Of course he did.
Yeah, one of the worst places I've ever eaten, but it was so charming. We got gelato with really heavy air quotes at the end of our meal, and it was just ice cream. It wasn't even good ice cream. It was some of the worst ice cream I can remember ever eating.
It's just it's sherbet ice cream. It's sherbet that they just put more milk in.
Yeah, and it's like freezer burnt and stuff.
Um,
I'd eat there again though.
we're cutting it close, and I believe not in this live stream, just in general. About what I'm about to say. We plan to do an auction for Carter Comics, and I think we're missing the boat on that
Oh,
because I think we tried doing. I think we said spring.
oh yeah, spring's almost over.
Yeah. But I'm gonna try talking to Dougie and see if maybe we could if we'd have to like put together real quick, but like doing it like maybe while I'm on vacation in May, so like 3 weeks. Um, but I don't
Nice.
know. We gotta get that figured out just because like we keep putting it off, and for some reason like Dougie doesn't respond to me, which is kind of a dick move. I know his daughter listens to the show, so tell your dad, who sponsors my show by the way by going to cartercomics.com, your one stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics got it all. Go to cartercomics.com, fill up your cart with our amazing products. Use discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. You'll save 10% in your entire order. And I get it. Sometimes you don't want to purchase off a website. You like buying your shit through eBay. CarterComics.com has 4 different eBay accounts that you can find at the top of their homepage at CarterComics.com. Scroll to the bottom of their homepage, click on the 4 links. You can purchase something, bid something, buy it outright. Discount code of FREAKNET, FREAKNET, will save you 10% on that purchase as well. Again, CarterComics.com, one stop shop for all your comic needs. Tell your dad to quit being a dick and answer my fucking messages and shit. Because I do want to get that figured out. Because I want to see if that helps or see if that works, and maybe we can do it more often. But I want to do more vlogs, and I think going to small towns, checking out like some of the old architecture. You know, it'd be a cool fucking vlog to do. We should do one day. Is you ever hear of that Iron Park in Joliet?
No.
Look that up. It's
Joliet.
it's phenomenal.
By the way, I continued looking at safest cities in 2021. The safest metro area came up as Bangor, Maine.
I want to go there.
That'd be cool. I'd like Maine. I don't know. I've never been to Maine, but I've been to the East Coast, and the people out there seem to really like Maine. So
There's a lot of cities.
Joliet.
I've never been east of, well, not counting Florida. I haven't been east of Ohio. So I've never been in the New England states. And never been south. Never been in like Tennessee, Kentucky, shit like that. There's a lot of states I haven't been to. I think I've been to more. I think I've worked in more states than I actually vacationed in states.
Wow.
So yeah,
Brutal.
did you look up that Iron Park?
I did. It was once the second largest steel mill in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Yeah, I think that'd be a cool place to kind of look at. I did finally take the gimbal out of the box and test drive it.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if I'm just too stupid, but I was here trying to figure out how to work this thing like I was like my fucking dad trying to use his cell phone.
I feel you.
Like I don't understand like how like it doesn't seem like it's complicated. And yet it seems like it's complicated.
Right?
Because all it says is like, you know, and I watched some videos like all you gotta do is hook up your phone, press the button, and it does the work. And I'm like, I'm doing it, but why does it look like my phone's sideways? Why does it still feel like it's a little bit shaky? Like it's things I don't understand.
Yeah, you gotta like balance it and stuff.
Yeah.
Mine
So
started. I would get it all set up, everything would be fine, and then about 45 seconds later, it would just turn off.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't like. I trust this thing is exactly what we need. But luckily, since you're the more educated one than me, um, you're in charge of this.
All right.
So, because I don't get. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a pretty sweet fucking setup. Actually, gotta turn it on right now.
Very satisfying sound.
Yeah, it's just I don't get it. Like maybe I'm not holding it fucking right, but like I mean, actually, you know what? Actually, it seems to be.
Now it's working because you were talking about it.
Yeah, because I heard
He's
me
like, I'll
mouthing
show
off to
him.
it. There's just instances where like because I'm trying to figure out like if we're walking through the cemetery and we're looking at stuff like actually it gets to a point where like if I'm looking down at something and I want to come back up, like the phone stays angled for like a little bit longer than needed. So I always want to find myself correcting myself like, oh no, I want to get the camera in front of me, but every time you move your hand to get the camera looking at you, it keeps turning away.
Right? Yeah.
But I gotta tell you, dude, I mean, like, I think if we do it this way, I mean, the camera on my phone is pretty solid. This thing, I love it. The fact that like it has the button on it where you could turn the camera left, right, up, and down. You don't gotta move your hand while doing it.
Right.
You could let's see if I press this button, it locks onto an image. So if I move the camera away, it'll turn the camera to focus back on that image. You can take photos with it. You can take, obviously video with it. And I'm trying to figure out how. Okay, so there's zoom in and zoom out. I'm trying to figure out because there's a way you could turn it from portrait to landscape. I just can't remember what it is.
I think there's like a button.
Yeah, it's gotta be so. No, that's turning it. So that's selfie mode. There it is. Okay, just gotta press that one twice.
Ah, nice.
There we go. Yeah, so this thing actually okay. So now that I used it this time, solid choice. Tap the switch button twice to switch between portrait and landscape. Alternately, rotate the phone manually. Okay, so I go turn the side. Okay, yeah, but fuck it. Why do it myself when I have a button to do it?
Right?
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay, let's center this again. Okay. So let's go back. Okay. Now see, this is where I'm at in the problem because now it feels like it's not going to like should all right, there we go. Cool. So I think it's just going to be some getting used to. But
Right.
I mean, dude, this I think we made a good choice on this. I mean, like it has like an extender on it.
Oh yeah, nice.
So, yeah. So I think this will help us because that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the most recent comment we got on our videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably put this off to the side. I'll box it up here in a little bit. Okay. Because we are still getting followers to our Facebook page, so I want to thank you guys who are still out there listening to our podcast. First of all, but also follow us on our YouTube. I do appreciate it. I can't remember the last number I gave you as far as the followers and shit on our channel, but currently we're at 182 subscribers. And our most popular video is at 7.6 thousand, which is still Moon Creek.
Nice. Say that number
So,
again.
what's up?
What was that number again?
Which number? The subscriber number? I'm going to go at 7.6 thousand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, all our other ones are pretty low compared to that. I just don't understand how this one video gets nearly 8,000 views, and our other ones are like 1,000, 2,000, shit like that. I don't know what's really so special about this episode 2.
Right?
Blows my mind.
Yeah.
But I want to read this comment, and then I want to respond to the person, because I did respond to the person on the comment. Let's see, where's that? Okay. So they respond, stand still, too much moving the camera, first time watching, and be my last. And then they sent 2 smiley faces with their tongue hanging out.
Okay.
To which I responded, thank you for your feedback. Unfortunately, we would not be able to film the whole cemetery from one spot. The shaking is a problem that came along with our inexperience in vlogging. Something we look to correct this next series, but as you stated, this was your last, so that won't matter to you.
Right.
Um, Listen, I get that. We're new.
Yeah.
We're kind of new to the whole vlogging thing. We did the best we could with the equipment we had.
Right.
We didn't have, a great sponsor like we do now for all this shit and everything, and now we have the opportunities to make this stuff better. But if you're gonna send comments like this Susie Austin 2658, like, okay, cool. If it's gonna be your first time watching your last, why even comment at all?
Yeah.
And then
I
throw the
think that's
smiley
really
faces
weird.
at the end of it. Yeah. And the thing is, like, I didn't want to not comment on it because I do try to respond to every single person who messages on here, regardless of what the fuck it is.
Right.
There's like fucking this one dude. Very cool. My wife and I just visited there in June of last year. I'm originally from the area, but live down in Georgia now. There's a movie in the works about the cemetery, and I have composed some music for it, and that was Moon Creek.
Oh.
Other people. I would never explore a cemetery without wearing my cross on my neck, carry on travesty, and freak Joe.
All right. Nice.
I cannot believe how clean the old headstones are. Someone must be taking care of those graves. I love the older cemeteries like that. So much history in them. I never heard these stories. I love listening for EVP. Were you greeted by the Livingston County Sheriff Department? The house is on Route 23 in the corner. Watches people who drives that cemetery. That's another thing too. I get a lot of people say that they got called by the families that live on that road and shit like that. But like we didn't have that problem.
No, not even a little bit.
So like I don't know, like maybe I don't know if these people are like going because I mean I guess technically what time did we go? At like 9 in the morning?
Right. Yeah. Something like that.
So maybe it's because we're not going at
Yeah. They're probably just at work or
middle of the
something.
night and shit. So but yeah, it's just I don't know. It's weird to hear people's opinions about like, oh, you guys suck. This is my last time watching. I'm like, okay, so be the fucking last time.
Right. Yeah.
Like clearly we're not, for you.
Yeah. I don't know why you felt the need to flounce.
Is that a word, flounce?
Yeah. It's the word I use for when people are like, I'm not going to participate anymore. I'm going to leave. Okay, leave. I don't care. I do care. Don't go. Come back.
You can blame it all on me, baby. Come back. But yeah, no, I'm just really happy with it's slow growth on the YouTube channel, and I'm very happy with that.
Yeah. Glad to hear it.
Um, I encourage everyone to go to our YouTube channel, make sure they subscribe, and check out our amazing vlog. Check out all of them. I don't get why Moon Creek is the only one that you
People
know,
like.
yeah. Like Moon Creek is a great one, but we have other great ones too. We have I don't know, 20 of them, 19 of
Yeah,
them.
right? Right?
Joe, what are you freaking thinking about?
I am freaking thinking about gosh, what am I freaking thinking about? I feel like I've been watching a lot of Smosh try not to laugh videos.
Oh yeah, I binge that shit.
Yeah, just every once in a while, I used to I feel like I was watching it really consistently like 2020, 2021. And then I just stopped. It got kind of the same for a while. And then
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just decided to start trying it out again, and it's been a good time. I really enjoy it. So check out Smosh. I think it's called Smosh Pit is the specific channel they've got set up, and try not to laugh challenges. They're very fun. So, what about you?
You
What are you
ever,
freaking thinking about?
real quick, do you ever watch any of the Smosh games videos where they played a game called Secret Hitler?
No, that sounds like fun though.
If you ever get a chance, look it up. I mean, they played the whole game, so it takes about an hour or so.
Yeah,
I want to buy this game and I want to play it
yeah.
because
I don't think I've played Secret Hitler itself, but I played similar games. It's very fun.
yeah, it's just yeah, because like one person gets a Hitler card and you gotta figure out which one's Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to play that fucking game. Real quick about look. So in the last 28 days, we had 1.4K views, 91 hours of watch time, and 7 subscribers.
Nice.
So that's so far this month. Let's see if I could. For 2023, so far we had 94 subscribers. So we doubled. We doubled our subscribers in just this 4 months.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really happy. It just shows that we're accomplishing something. I think
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So, uh, honestly, my biggest thing that I'm happy about is that I've actually joined a legit gym. Like, I actually signed up for a gym, because I needed to find a way to get out of the house and actually do some shit because I keep saying like, oh, I gotta get out and do more. I gotta do more. Blah 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 blah. And for life of me, I just don't do it.
Right? I hear you.
I fucking need to. And I was like, well, I was gonna look at joining Planet Fitness up in Plainfield because I was like, oh, I go to the gym after work. But then I realized like I would never drive up there on the weekends.
Mm,
If I'm on vacation, I probably won't drive up there to go to work out. And the closest one to me is Tinley Park. But in order for me to go to Tinley Park, I have to get like the Black Card membership, which is like $30 a month. But I did find a gym down by me. It's out in Bourbonnais. It's called Fit Body U. It's phenomenal. It's a uh, it's a grit kind of gym.
mm,
So I mean, it has all the equipment you need to do, but it just has like a grit to it.
nice.
Like when you walk in there, you're in there to fucking work out. It's not like there's no fucking smoothie bar. There's nobody waiting at the desk for you to hand you a towel and shit. It's like you walk in, get your shit in, fucking work out. And they expanded, I guess, this year to add more rooms and more stuff, and they're always adding more equipment. And I get to work out with a lot of the guys I work with through the pro wrestling company that I do jobs and stuff for. That the owner, he even said, and huge shout out to Hunter Payne. When I was talking to him, I think it was like last week. I just forgot what we were talking about, and he just, he asked me about something. Oh no, I told him, he asked me a question. And I told him that I was sorry that I wasn't able to make it out to school over the last couple of weeks. I've just been really in my head lately, and when he asked why, I just told him it was about work, but also about my weight. And this was like I think following our live stream we did a couple weeks ago when I was talking about how like I saw pictures of myself and I was just really fucking unhappy, and I was like, how did I fucking get to this point in my life? And I was just telling him all that shit, just being fucking upfront and honest. He's like, dude, come to the gym with me. We could work out. I'll help you, and stuff like that. And I told him like, dude, I know you're busy. He's like, but he's willing to help me.
Nice.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna sign up. It's $25 a month. There's no sign up fee. There's no cancellation fee. There's no hidden fees. It's a straight up $25 a month or $5 every visit. Um, Cancel anytime, whatever. It's just straight up $25 a month. And
Nice.
I was like,
That's it.
I'm
It's
gonna.
just $25 a month.
Yeah,
That's
open
dope.
20. It's 24/7. They don't really have like locker rooms. Like I think they're looking at building them. Like I said, like this dude opened up a gym. I want to say it was like in 2014 in like a strip mall kind of thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't like one of the newer built strip malls, it was just like an older strip mall in Bourbonnais. But then like the offices, every time like I guess a company would close in a strip mall, you just expand, expand, expand. So they don't really have they don't this is a goofy part. They don't have a daycare. What they have is a kitchen area where your kids can just sit.
All right.
As long as they just sit there, they're fine. They can't leave. They don't have a phone. They don't have a website. They have a Facebook and it tells them if you wanna know about the gym, come in because people who show up, and people who don't.
All right.
Um, but yeah, it's $25 a month. They're open 24/7. They don't have like they have a locker room area, but not like an actual like private locker room where you can get completely changed. They don't got showers and shit like that. But they got all the equipment you fucking need. They got equipment for power lifters, people who want to do hit workouts, cardio, shit like that. It's all separated into different rooms and stuff. And
Nice.
it's I could have gone to Planet Fitness for $10 a month and went like before or after work and shit like that. But like I said, like it would only be when I go to work. If I don't go to work, I won't work out. Here,
Right.
I went to the gym last night at 7. I got there like 7:40 and I worked out until like 10:30, 10 maybe 10:20. And it was just me working out with fucking Hunter. And as I said, I was just gonna join anyways. And if he helps me out, he helps me out. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But he's been a man of his word so far, and he's keeping me in check. He's like going to the gym today, and it's like now I am. Um,
Nice.
but yeah, so I'm doing that. Doing the calorie moderation thing. Like I said, like I gotta go shopping today. I gotta get groceries and stuff. But like I said, like I bought the Taco Bell yesterday so I could eat it. But as soon as I got home, I was like, I can eat this fucking tomorrow. I'll just
Yeah.
eat it tomorrow. And I said like I'm gonna eat it for breakfast because that way, like I can eat it. It gives me a couple hours to like get through my system. So when I go to the gym, I don't have a Taco Bell experience there. Um,
Oh, right. Yeah.
yeah. So, but like I said, I mean, like it's now that I know that there's a calorie thing to that, what I can do now is I could go to the store and buy the things to make my own. You know,
Nice.
I mean, I
Yeah.
could,
Yeah.
I got chicken in, so all I gotta do is get tortillas, cheese, and lettuce. I can wrap those up and everything. I get some queso cheese sauce, throw it in a container and stuff like that, and I got my meal. So I definitely try to avoid fast food shopping lately and everything. But the only time I do decide to, or whatever, if I don't have dinner made or lunch made and stuff like that, and um, yeah, just trying to change. My goal is to look a lot better in these upcoming cemetery vlogs than I did in the last cemetery vlog. I know I'm going to look 10 times better because the fact the beard is back now,
Yeah.
but also look not as like rounded off.
Nice.
So, hey Joe.
Yeah.
Every week, our listeners catch Cartoon Joe here on this freaking show. But sometimes an hour of Cartoon Joe a week just isn't enough. So if our listeners need more Cartoon Joe, where can you go?
If you need more Cartoon Joe, you can find me over the Geekcast Live podcast at violentpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Twitter by searching Geekcast Live.
Perfect. Guys, me and Cartoon Joe are going to keep giving you guys content as long as you're looking to listen to it and everything. I do know that Clint actually reached out to me and said that he might be starting up a new podcast soon. So if he does, we'll definitely get him on here to talk about that. Also, I was a guest on Babes of Lore this
Oh,
past week,
yeah.
so that was a
How was
lot of
that?
fun. I recommend. It was good. It was good. I got in a little bit of a heated argument with Lindsay about John Winchester and how he is as a father. She believes he's unfit, and I beg to differ. But it was a lot of fun. Then we talked a little bit about like the starting up, looking at download numbers, looking at what you could do to kind of get yourself more out there. So we actually might get them on the show here. Maybe not soon, but we'll definitely get them on the show like maybe this summer to kind of do like a follow up where are they now kind of thing. Because they are really cool and it was a lot of fun. So make sure you do check out Babes of Lore. It's available on Spotify, Google Podcast, and Podbean. I don't think they're on iTunes or Apple Podcasts. I'm not sure if they are or not. I don't think I can find them, but I'll have to double check on that. But make sure you subscribe to him. Make sure you check out my episode 21, Salvation, that came out this past week. And obviously, like, as Joe mentioned, you can find him over at Geekcast Live. And you can also find me on the JFW podcast if you're a fan of wrestling. And what's going on with the other podcast, Joe? What did we decide on that?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You figured
I
if
got really busy with Easter, and we'll see.
we'll see. All right. Well, keep thinking about it. Let me know.
Yep,
We'll get something figured out. So, all right, guys. Yep. No, thank you for tuning into the live stream. I think me and Joe are going to do a lot more of these and everything, and we may delve back into our regularly whatever the fuck it's called. Not schedule. Well, definitely a schedule. We definitely got to get back to weekly. But format.
Oh yeah,
we'll definitely get back to our regular format here shortly. So, guys, as always, I am Travesty,
and I'm Cartoon Joe,
and thank you for listening to another episode of this freaking show. We're out.